Week 3. Synthesis.
Week 3. Synthesis. Week
3.
Synthesis. Week 3. Synthesis.
So far, our examination of Rayner Banham's The Well-Tempered Environment has taken us through the lenses of dissection and analysis. This week, we try to bring those two together and recap what we have learned so far. First, we removed the built references from the text in order to examine them agnostic of context. In Chapter 12, A Range of Methods, Banham fittingly provides a fairly wide array of examples. They range in scale, scope, and approach to environmental control, from the power-dominated approach exhibited in the Atomic Energy Pavilion to the structure-dominated approach shown in St. George's School. What we learned from this sequence of examples was that each, in their own right, exhibits a unique and at least selectively praiseworthy approach to environmental control. The examples in Chapter 12 are utilized to illustrate the spectrum Banham conceptualizes, while those in Chapter 13 are more focused on a third aspect, that of sophistication or knowledge. Chapter 13, A Breath of Intelligence, is largely focused on the lack of agency most architects possess regarding environmental concerns, and the conviction Banham has that as a profession, we must recapture that self-confidence. He cites projects with differing approaches to sophistication, but is careful not to value any one above the other. Mechanistic or simply structural, each has its own merits, and as architects it is our role to determine the balance between the two approaches. By arranging all of the examples on this scale, we can start to understand the range of approaches present in the book and in architecture at large. The message Banham is trying to convey in these chapters is that the end, or anywhere in the middle, is totally acceptable. The important aspect is this third axis, the intelligence and sophistication with which an architect approaches the problem. Banham lays out some pitfalls to be aware of, and then inspires us to have the knowledge and self-confidence to determine the best solution on our own terms. Banham paints us a picture of a vast landscape of architectural development, all proposing different solutions to the same problem. How do we temper an environment? The agency that architects have over this question comes largely from the context we work in, and the flexibility of the human body and its notions of comfort. Subjective and objective measures of comfort, sustainability, and economy all course through the decision-making process and can either be understood as constraints to which the design process must limit itself, or challenges to be overcome in inventive ways, of course making use of the best technology available. The scene unfolding before us is one we must wrest control of. Architecture has long since been swept along by the tides of innovation in the other disciplines we rely upon, but now, or should I say in the 1970s, was the time to reclaim that control. Admittedly, from a contemporary perspective, I believe that hasn't happened yet, but perhaps it could. Automation and computational assistance in the design process may well free the minds of architects to once again consider the intricacies of environmental control as an integral portion of our profession. We can conceptualize our contemporary situation as a forest, much like the one in front of us. A forest in which there are many paths to traverse. However, every goal, representing a building's context, has one particular path which is optimal to reach that point. It may not be straight, it may be forking, and others may also get you to the desired outcome. But if one possesses adequate knowledge of the holistic situation, one can survey the options available and chart the best path forwards. No matter the particular mode of attack, we must be aware of the context, knowledgeable regarding the range of methods available to us, and illuminate the problem with a breath of intelligence, if we are ever to come to the best solution possible. We can either understand the trajectory of architecture's relationship with building systems to be freeing, allowing us to design whatever we want, wherever we want, or we can see it as being limited and constrained by the mysterious terms of environmental regulation. Banham argues we have lost the skills to control our own profession, and only through a mastery of this knowledge once again can we reclaim our agency. best approach is usually not one that requires the most advanced mechanical systems, but knowing what is available to you allows one to make the best choice for any given situation. As Banham writes, the greatest of all environmental powers is thought. We cannot let ourselves become subservient to the machines, to tradition or convention, or to laziness.